Teachers Tutors, and in today's video we are going to learn about decimal fractions. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover in this video are place value of the digits in decimal fractions, and then we'll have a quick discussion about use of decimal fractions. Let's move forward. So I have a few warm-up questions for you. You can please pause the video and try the given questions, and once you are done you can resume it after to check your answers. We'll pat you back if all of your answers are correct. Now let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about place value of the digits in decimal fractions. So to determine the place value of digits in a decimal number is same as determining the place value of digits in a whole number. So let's start with the number. Say my number is 83.64. So the first step here is to write the number in the chart. So 83.64. Now let's talk about place value column for each of the digits. So if we start with the digit 8, that digit is sitting in the tens column, so the place value column will be tens, and the value of the digits will be 8 tens, so which is basically 8 times 10, that gives you an 80. If I talk about the next digit, which is 3, so that is sitting in the units or ones column, so the value of the digit here will be 3 times 1, which is 3. Now if we talk about the first digit after decimal point, that is the number of tens, and in this case you have 6 tens. So if you divide one unit into 10 equal parts, you'll get a tenth. So this is 6 times 1 tenth. You can write it like 0.1 as well. So the value of the digit 6 is 0.6. Let's talk about the second digit after decimal point. So that's the number of hundreds, and in this case we have 4 hundreds. So if you divide one once into 100 equal parts, you'll get 0.01. So to work out the value of this digit, you can just times 4 with 0.01, which will give you 0.04. Let's move forward and let's try a given question here. So the first step here is to write the given number in the chart. So there goes my number. The next step is to write the place value column for each of the digit. So the 4 is sitting at the hundreds column, the 8 is sitting in the tens column, the 5 is sitting in the ones column, the 3 goes in the tens, and the 1 goes here in the hundreds column. Now let's try to work out the value of the given digits. So we have 4 hundreds, which is same as 4 times 100. So that equals 400. Let's go in the next column. So 8 tens, which means 8 times 10, and that equals 80. So the value of the digit 8 is 80 here. Let's talk about the next column. So we have 5 ones, which is same as 5 times 1, and the same way we'll work out the value for tens digit and the hundreds digit. So that's 3 times 0.1, which gives you 0.3, and then goes for the hundreds. So 1 times 0.01, which will give you 0.01. So now let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about use of decimal fractions. So we use them in money. For example, let's assume that the cost of an orange juice is 16 rupees and 50 paise. So the whole number here is 16, which tells you about the number of rupees, and the digits after decimal point tells you about the number of paise you have in that number. Now let's think that how many rupees equal to 1 paisa. So that is equal to 0.01 rupee, and 50 paise is equals to 0.50 rupee or 50 rupee. 0.50 rupee. Now let's move forward and let's talk about use of decimal fractions in measurements. So we can also use decimal fractions in the conversion of units from one to another. For example, 1 meter is same as 100 centimeters, 1 centimeter is same as 10 millimeters. So let's try a quick question here. So this is 67.87 meters, which is same as 67 meters and 87 centimeters. This part you can write in the form of decimal as well. So this is basically 87 hundredths. And if you want to convert this 87 hundredths to meters, you can write it like this. So that's how we can convert between decimal into fractions, or fractions to decimals. Now let's try one more question here. So how many meters and centimeters are there in the given number? So we have 45 meters and 98 centimeters. Let's move forward. So here are a few practice time questions for you. You can please pause the video and try the given questions, and once you are done you can resume it after to check your answers. Well, congratulations if all of your answers are correct, and thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.